and welcome to your English news broadcast live on ERi-TV. It's exactly 10:30 p.m. on Eritrea's local Greenwich, live from our headquarters at Asmara with your domestic and international news in brief. I'm Zahra Badouri, but first we'll begin with your major headlines for this hour. An announcement from the Ministry of Health. More messages of congratulations to President Al-Sisi. German officials recognize colonial era Namibia's genocide. U.S. tells Russia it will not rejoin key armed control deal. Welcome to your domestic in brief. 12 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today at quarantine centers in central, northern Red Sea, southern and Gashbarka region. Out of these, 7 patients are from quarantine centers in Asmara, central region. 3 patients are from quarantine centers in Sheb, northern Red Sea region. 1 patient is from Adibara, Gashbarka region. The last patient is from Mendefara, southern region. On the other hand, 1 patient who has been receiving medical treatment in a hospital in the southern region has recovered fully and has been discharged from these facilities. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly risen to 3,812, while the number of deaths stands at 14. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 4,022. Ministry of Health, Asmara, 28 May 2021. President Abdulmajid Tebboune of the Republic of Algeria, President Alassane Ouattara of the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire, President Mohamed Ould Ghazouani of the Republic of Mauritania, President Andrzej Duda of Poland, as well as Mrs. Maimouna Mohad Sharif, United Nations Under-Secretary General and Executive Director of UN Habitat, and Mr. Ko Duyongu, Director General of UN Food and Agricultural Organizations, sent messages of congratulations to the people and government of Eritrea in connection with the 30th Independence Day anniversary. In their messages, the leaders wished good health to President Isaias Afwerki and peace and prosperity to the Eritrean people. In his message, President Abdulmajid Tebboune of the Republic of Algeria, expressing satisfaction with the existing good relations between the two countries, reaffirmed his willingness to strengthen cooperation and consolidate the bonds of friendship between the people of the two countries. President Alassane Ouattara of the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire, on his part, expressed his country's readiness to maintain and strengthen the existing friendship and cooperation of the benefits of the people of the two countries. President Andrzej Duda of Poland also wished success to the effort Eritrea is exerting to realize sustainable development as well as peace, cooperation and sustainability with neighboring countries. The Ministry of Health reported that in the past 30 years, encouraging achievement has been registered with the strategy to develop human resources, indicating that before independence, health services provision has been at a very low level in terms of the infrastructure building, human resources development, as well as putting in place of medical equipment and expansion of health services. Dr. Burhane Dabru, the DG of the Policy, Planning and Human Resources, said that in the past 30 years of the government of Eritrea had substantial investment in human resources development and expansion of health facilities across the country. Dr. Burhane went on to say that currently 80% of the Eritrean people have been able to become beneficiaries of health services provision in below 10 kilometers away from their residential areas. Dr. Burhane also indicated that with the substantial investment made to develop the capacity of human resources currently, the number of medical doctors has grown from 100 to 291, dentists from 6 to 59, nurses from 625 to 1,474, assistant nurses from 1,220 to 2,918, and physiotherapists from 0 to 140. Dr. Burhane Burhanu went on to say that the number of pharmacists and pharmacy technicians has increased from 97 to 486, laboratory technicians from 99 to 517, X-ray technicians from 28 to 132, and the number of medical specialists that has been about five increased to 40 to 74, and that was an increase by 1,380%. Dr. Burhanu further noted that the ratio that was one doctor for 37,000 people in 1991 currently is one doctor for 12,543, and the ratio that was one nurse to 9,500 people is currently 1 to 2,476 people. Dr. Burhanu also said that the Ministry of Health is working to increase the number of medical doctors and nurses by 57%. On your final domestic, Eritreans in Belgium and Netherlands celebrated the 30th Independence Day anniversary on 23rd May in patriotic zeal under the theme Resilient as Ever. The celebratory event the nationals conducted in the Netherlands cities of Amsterdam, Rotterdam, Haarlem, Amersfoort, Kempenen, and Otchet featured various programs depositing the noble values of the Eritrean people and the heavy sacrifices paid for liberation and safeguarding the national sovereignty. Explaining of the significance of the strong unity of the Eritrean people in this new era, Mr. Mikhail Tesfamariam, chairman of the Holidays Organizing Committee, and Mr. Isaac Manasseh, head of the Community and Consular Affairs, called on the nationals to reinforce contribution and participation in the national development drives. Similarly, nationals in Brussels, Belgium, colorfully celebrated the 30th Independence Day anniversary. Speaking at the event, Ambassador Nagasi Kassa gave briefings on the strong resilience the Eritrean people and its defense force demonstrated in the past 30 years to foil the various hostilities and challenges and the achievement registered in all sectors of our development. Up next, we'll be back with your international news. Do stay with us for more. And on your global report, Germany has officially acknowledged that it committed genocide during its colonial era occupation of Namibia and announced a financial support gesture. German colonizers killed tens of thousands of Herero and Nama people there in early 20th century massacre. Foreign Minister Heiko Maas on Friday acknowledged the killing as genocide, in quotation, in light of Germany's historical and moral responsibility. We will ask Namibia and the descendants of the victims for forgiveness, he quoted. Mr. Maas added that Germany would, in a gesture to recognize the immense suffering inflicted on the victims, supported the country's development through a program worth more than 1.1 billion euros. The agreement will reportedly see funding paid over 30 years through spending one infrastructure, healthcare, and training program benefiting the impacted communities. A spokesman for the Namibian government told the AFP news agency that Germany's recognition was, in quotation, a first step in the right direction. But some traditional leaders have accused the government of selling out and refusing to endorse the package offered. On your final report, the U.S. has told Russia it will not join an arms control deal that permits unarmed aerial flights over dozens of participating countries. The State Department said the Open Skies Treaty, in quotation, has been undermined by Russia's violation and its failure to return to compliance. Russia denies the allegation, and the country is also expected to withdraw from the treaty this year. The accord also allows short notice flights to monitor military activity. However, more than 30 nations participate in the treaty, which came into force in 2002. The State Department said on Thursday that United States regrets that the Treaty on Opening Skies have been undermined by Russia's violation. In concluding its review of the treaty, it quoted that the United States, therefore, does not intend to seek to rejoin it, given Russia's failure to take any action to return to compliance. Under Donald Trump's presidency, Washington withdrew from the treaty as a presidential candidate, Joe Biden, called the move short-sighted. America's Thursday announcement means only one major arms control treaty between the two nuclear powers remains in place, that the new start of treaty. It sets limits on deployment of strategic nuclear warheads and delivery system. The announcement also came as President Biden and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin are preparing for a summit in Geneva, Switzerland on 16th of this coming June. Dear viewers, that is all for now with your domestic and international news in brief. Until we are back with some more news, you're going to stay with the rest of our programs. But until then, these were your major headlines. An announcement from the Ministry of Health. More messages of congratulations to President Isaias. German officials recognize colonial-era Namibian genocide. U.S. tells Russia it will not rejoin key arms control